Hey Aries, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Friday. We're going to tap into your energy. So, limitless energy, whatever may be that needs to come through, take what resonates for you. In one ear and out the other, if it doesn't seem to suit your journey line, lifeline, or storyline. Welcome to the Cosmic Soul Tribe, by the way. It is your High Priestess Maggie, and we're going to get started today. We're going to get a few energies, messages. Let's see. Ooh, a song, Last Night Lonely by John Party came through. It could be your last night coming in here drinking all by yourself. The last time giving your heart away to someone else. Yeah, we could be some history in the making, girl. Tonight might be your last night lonely. Alright, well, I like John Party. Either way, country music, to be specific too. Someone is lacking self-care and lies about it to those around them. They're not eating properly. They're not getting enough sleep. They're probably not drinking enough water, etc. Right? This person needs a push. Okay, so somebody could be looking at you, Aries, and all of a sudden you're not going to be single, you're going to be mingling, you know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, there's something about maybe, say you're lonely right now, right? You're just kind of just living your life and you're doing the best you can and you're making it, right? You're making it, you're getting by. And there's things you really do yearn for, the things that you really want and the things that you really desire are out there, you know that they are. So the fact that you haven't limited yourself to know, like, to make yourself feel like it's not out there, it's never going to happen for me, etc. No, you haven't done that to yourself. So you have openness to it, right? You're like, whenever it comes, but you also want to be able to still have a sense of like the ability to choose with it. So I feel like there's just something where you're gonna find yourself out somewhere and just maybe even at the grocery store, I don't know, right? Just a random encounter. And we all meet each other in random places and at random times, and all of you are gonna have a significant story to tell when it comes to the meeting of this individual. I just feel like it's gonna be like a more than a love at first sight thing. Because I can say that too many people say love at first sight and they just use it and it's not as meaningful as it once had meaning to it. So I think there's just a more of a sensation to it than it is normalized now. So I feel like the feeling is like a soul knowing another soul, you know, and recognizing that love that the soul had for that soul at every moment has never not been there. Like the love has always been there. That's the thing. It's like the soul meeting another soul. The love has always been there. The energy fields and the way that one soul had interacted with the other souls, the energies are still there. The residuals, the feelings. So you're gonna have like this moment, this wave, and you're gonna recognize this person. I mean, you're not even gonna recognize them in physical ways. They may come across to you as a appealing or different, or maybe even something you never thought you would like, or maybe even something you never thought existed, you know. And you're literally open to the possibility of it being ranging from anything, right? It could even be like some of you guys could be finding yourselves finding that you like the same sex, you know, and it's just like a soul pairing, it's a soul bond, it's a soul at first sight meeting. That's kind of what I could come up with. That's better than love at first, because I just don't feel like it's love at first, because it's not, it like the love has always been there, so it can't just be that. Like there's this more to it. Okay, I definitely went on that one. I've been thinking too much. You've been thinking too much. You know what always brings me to the song, I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. It's by 21 Pilots, I believe, and it's a song like, now we're stressed out. Definitely somebody needing to talk about what they're thinking. So my throat was like, oh man, don't want to talk, but you need to. There's something, if you know that you're thinking about something heavily, and maybe it's just finally to the point where you're like, I can't like manipulate the words into something better. I can't see a better perspective than I am right now. Maybe you need to communicate to somebody about it so that somebody can help you have a better perspective of it, or even help you to better manage what you've been thinking. Okay, so it's not a bad thing to need a little bit of help, especially when it comes to the men. You know how much better it would be if people always actually went to other people for like emotional and mental problems instead of money problems. And you know, it would be so much more amazing if the person that you were going to receive this emotional or mental help from was supportive. And you know how much more amazing it would be when somebody would actually trust in you to be there for their emotions and mental support, and the fact being they're not coming for just money problems. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, so I've been thinking too much. There's just something you need to be communicating if you're thinking too much, because it's okay to ask for help. Like, I'm telling you, it grows a bond better. It establishes something. Okay? Another message. 3? I love you so much. I love you so much. That song off Book of Life. Oh, it's like, I know it's in there. But Book of Life, I love that movie. I freaking absolutely adore that movie. I actually love Coco too. That one was a cute one. I don't know. But I love Spanish traditions. I love Spanish, I like the family. I like that they're always family oriented. They do everything together. And one of my past lives I was Spanish, and I affiliate with that Spanish like ancestry. Anyway, also Native American too, because I also have Native American in me here in this life, but I've definitely felt that from past lives as well. But either way, a person who is very manipulative seeks attention and throws pity parties. That's this person that's needing a push where they are they're not getting enough sleep, they're not eating properly, they're not getting enough water, they're not really, say like they're an alcoholic, right? And all they're doing is drinking and drinking and drinking. So they could go to work, right? But say they don't really eat anything all day, and then they come home and just start drinking. They're not taking care of themselves, right? They're not putting themselves first. They're putting their addiction first. They're putting the only thing that they know to put their problems aside and not have to deal with their problems is drinking. So the first thing that they're going to is the most unhealthy thing to do, is to even just push your problems to the side and not want to deal with them. Okay, so that's like already a red flag in a sense of like, hey, like there's something up with this, you know, this needs assistance kind of feeling, you know, like if you were like, I hate that. I don't even want to say that. Any grocery store, I'm just gonna say any grocery store that has a self checkout. Okay, any grocery store that has a self checkout, and you know, like if you so happen to put one little thing, your kid pushes on it, whatever, it goes up and it's like needing assistance. Well, it's like that machine needs assistance. It's a red flag. It's like a symbol for a car light, you know what I'm saying? It's telling you there's something wrong. But yeah, there's somebody who is not getting enough sleep, and they're manipulative, they seek attention, they throw pity parties, like if they don't get their alcohol, or if they don't get what they, you know, are addicted to make them forget their problems, they start blaming other people, and they start lacking accountability, and they just kind of go off the handle, you know what I'm saying? And you guys would know what to do with the go off the handle. You guys have your own description of that, so you would know what that means for you, just so you're aware. Anyway, so then we also have, there are certain things I have not told you yet. Some I haven't quite found out how to. So like there's certain things somebody needs to discuss, right? And they haven't figured out how to discuss them. I watch plenty of movies, right? You guys probably watch movies and shows all the time, right? And if you guys watch drama shows or shows in general, there's always those things to keep you entertained by, oh my gosh, they should have said that. They should have called them and said that. You know what I mean? But it's like the whole part of it is they have to process how they're going to say that. And is it the right timing? Okay. Anyway, so there's some things within that, as well as in others, I am worried you'll view me differently when I do tell you. Definitely got a deep cough on that part. It tickled my throat right here. Anyway, so there's something about somebody not knowing how to tell you certain things yet, or about right timing, and or they're scared you're going to see them differently because they're going to tell you something about themselves, about an experience they had, like maybe somebody else in the experience with them, whatever it may be. So they are scared that you're going to see them differently. So there is someone that could be trying to run away from these problems. That could be the person that's lacking the self-care. That could be the person that's manipulative, right? That's how I'm feeling it. So they're all coming out in the same energy, and I feel that's like what is pointing in my mind. My intuition is picking it up as this is the same energy in this reading, okay? And this person could be really like, I love you so much, but they're not really showing that. They're showing aggression and irritability and pushiness and forcefulness and drunken emotions that they don't know how to handle, and so they just pour it out on you. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a lot of things happening here, Aries. Okay, so it could even just be a friend, coworker. You go to work with this person and say, like, that they're gonna go home and drink because that's all they talk about. They're like, oh, I got so drunk last night. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? And it's like, maybe they really care about you and I love you so much could be just like, as a friend, I love you so much, thank you for being there for me, like nobody's ever been there for me like you have, so there's a sense of love there. But then again, this would also be like somebody else coming through for you. Actually, it's crazy because I just felt that, so I was so distracted by all this. Who's this energy coming through? An initial. I'm gonna grab one from I'm getting the bottom right here. Oh, F could be from somebody with an F. I got Franny. Also, R just popped out. Like when I was trying to get to the bottom, R came through. And then E, Elizabeth. Riley. Something about free to be me. Because you are free. You are. Because you are free. Because you are free. They are constantly coming around you because you have a free will spirit. Whoever these individuals are, they are definitely passed away. One of them could definitely be your spirit guides. I'm feeling one of them specifically is with you, Aries. Fernando. Something about like referring. I don't know, something about Florida. Well, if you guys are near Florida or Georgia or North Carolina or South Carolina or Louisiana areas, I hope you guys are being safe right now. I hope you guys got evacuated and everything because a hurricane is wicked. Maybe something about Europe too here with the E. Rio de Janeiro. Maybe something about the movie Rio. I don't know. Birds. Parrots. Ferrets. Interesting. Okay. Now that I've gotten so into now, we're going to get a moonology manifestation for you. A message from this energy here who is on the other side and wants to say something to you. So let's get a message from the other side. Make time for self-love. Aries, I know we're in your Libra season, opposite sign of yourself. So that's the love crazy train for you. Everything's up and down, right? Libra's energy. Matching purple. Anyway, maybe something to do with the crown chakra or third eye energy. But making time for self-love is so important. Making time for self-love is what they wanted to tell you. Last quarter moon in Libra. The bottom is leaving the past behind. Beautiful things to do that when you do that. Green eyes, green. See? All right, let's see another message. Go wild. When you take care of yourself, when you make time for self-love, go wild with that. Like you would go wild for other people. Go hard for other people. Go hard for yourself. Okay, Leo's energy too. Could be something about a Leo or a Libra North Node too, right? And about find a balance. Check that out with the full moon in Libra. We're gonna have your full moon in Aries in let's see, on October 17th. The new moon in Libra happens on the 2nd of October. So within less than like 7 days, obviously. But the full moon in Aries is going to be a very revitalizing time because Aries, you guys are the very first zodiac sign, right? So if we have a full moon in Aries, it's like a reestablishment, a restart button on the full moon process. That's how I see it. That's how I choose to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you choose to see it, that's the reality you get. I hope you guys are taking examples like that and leading in your own life the way that I do. You know, I'm not trying to tell you how to live, but I want you guys to go hard on living your life the best you can. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you you can't. That's their limitation, not yours. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Let's get to it. Do it. Lots of things came through, right? I love you so much. And then the Rio movie. Also, The Last Night Lonely, country music. I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling like June, July energy, like something about June or July. 2026 is what I'm getting. Not even 2025, 2026. I was hoping to see a 5, but at the end, the ending number came to be a 6. I was like, oh. It's not my decision, it's God's decision. It's, Spirit's decision and your plan that you have. So looking forward to 2026 will be something that you should key into your plans. Okay, June and July of 2026. Let's see what's going on. The devil is here. The strength is here. Oh, y'all are fighting the demons. You're fighting the devil. You're fighting the evil. You're fighting that evil source. That Leo's energy. The devil and then the strength, right? It's a beautiful thing. It is. It's crazy, but it's great. It's like good to see this together. No matter how hard they try or how hard they go to try to manipulate you, distort you, distract you, all the things. You're just so strong. The stronger you become when that happens. Number 15 and 8. Something about August 15th could be a specific day. Try and use your ox and monkey with these two as well. The thing, though, that I'm feeling... Let's put these back. Hold up. Before I get confused with that. I'm going to get a charm for these two to pair this energy. Because I feel very, very, like, symbolically. What's the symbol for this? What is a symbol for this? A white cat. And what the heck was that? That rhymed. That was funny. Hold on. I found it. It was the wine glass. That's interesting. That's interesting. We were talking about alcohol. And if you guys know about alcohol, they call it spirits. You know why they call it spirits? Because it takes your spirit. So, y'all are so pure. Negative energy wants to suck away your pure white light. It's not right. It's something very similar that I read yesterday to somebody else. I can't remember who at this point. But the white cat is symbolizing like the dark side, because cats are like dark, like nocturnal animals, but it's white. So like the darker it is, the brighter you shine. You see what I'm saying? And the wine is kind of like water to wine. You could be very closely related in that sense. Like we're all related. We're all brothers and sisters of Jesus, right? So I feel like there's like we're all God's children, but then there's also like the ones that succumb to like the dark side, the devil side. So they're kind of like adopted by the devil kind of thing, children. Anyway, I feel like there's a divide between God and devil's children, and I sense it's more like the devil adopted those that were more like himself than they were like God, right? Okay, you guys would know because you would be able to put it in your own terminology, but that's like my way of putting it. Anyway, so if you know, like, you could be very, very close, like strings. If you were to think of like a guitar, I just got this in my head, so that's why I'm describing it this way. But if you think of a guitar and you have all the little notes, those two strings are right next to each other, you and Jesus. Okay? And when the chord gets hit, of course it vibrates, so it's closer to the next string, right? So it's finding its, exactly my point. It's just like you're so close and you're right there, living on the if you were to think of like between a spiritual plane and the physical plane, you're like right in the middle. You're right where you need to be is really what I'm getting. But the wine, we know, is like can be seduction or temptation is what I'm getting from that. And that's like that devil-y energy, but it's like you know how to moderate that, you know how to maintain the devilish energy, you know how to maintain the dark side, like you balance it. You're very well balanced. You can live in the dark by knowing your light, and nothing will affect that part of you. You know what I mean? It's like you're an ongoing source of light that's never going to be put out. And that's like your strength, and that's what you know, and that's how you keep going about life. I love that. So I think that's everything we really needed to like clarify, just knowing about this person. There's really not much that just them needed to come tell you they love you, that you need to make time for self-love and go get wild with it, get nasty. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl. You know that. Anyway, that just came through. But yeah, anyway, don't get embarrassed. I got embarrassed. I wonder if somebody in the energy was embarrassed, whatever. But I felt it. Anyway, so do what you got to do behind closed doors and all. But yeah, get freaky with it. Get whatever. Entertain yourself when you make time for self-love. Like, it's just you giving to yourself. And what would you do for yourself? What would you like to do for yourself? What would you could you do? Should you do? And the feeling of this person, that just being able to know that they have some things that they need to tell you, and that could be another part why they're drinking so much. Maybe just try to be open for them to really like talk to you and talk it out with you. And I just feel like somebody is going to be walking into your life that's going to be feeling like a soul pair that is going to feel really good. So that's what I have, and I'm going to leave that here, and I hope it helped. You guys are amazing. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and have a great Saturday and Sunday too, Aries.